Hello viewers, welcome to ICSE English Academy. In the last class, we have stopped here, that is Cassius is questioning Antony. He says, do you want to be considered as a friend or just an associate with all our business? Like that, Cassius questions him, for which Antony will give the answer. So we are continuing from here. Antony, therefore I took your hands, but was indeed swayed from the point by looking down on Caesar. Friends, am I with you all and love you all, upon this hope that you shall give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous. So in the last class also we have discussed Antony is very diplomatic in his words. He is very intelligent in handling the situation. He says that I am a good friend of you all. I love you all, Cassius. But I just want to know why Caesar was assassinated. I just want to know the reason why Caesar is being assassinated. For which Brutus will tell him, or else were this a savage spectacle. Our reasons are so full of good regard that were you, Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied. Here, Brutus tells him, of course, we have to tell you the reasons for killing Caesar. Antony, the son of Caesar, you are considered as the son of Caesar. Caesar had so much affection for you. So if we don't give you the good reasons for assassinating Caesar, it becomes a savage spectacle. So remember this word savage spectacle. Here it refers to the violent murder or brutal killing of Caesar. Brutal killing. Savage spectacle, when it is referred, it is told by Brutus to Antony while giving the reasons for the death of Caesar. Antony, that's all I seek, and am moreover suitor that I may produce his body to the marketplace and in the pulpit as becomes a friend. Speak in the order of his funeral. So Antony tells him, see, this is what I wanted. I just wanted to know the reasons for the death of Caesar. Now I have one more wish. That is, I want to carry the body of Julius Caesar to the marketplace and in the pulpit. Pulpit refers to platform or the stage on which they stand and speak to all the Romans. As become a friend, speak in the order of his funeral. So Antony expressed his wish in front of Brutus that he wants to carry the dead body of Caesar to the marketplace and he wished to stand on the pulpit and address all the friends. All the Romans in the funeral of Antony. Brutus, you shall mark Antony. So here Brutus is very generous and a kind person. He is a great patriot. He will not doubt Antony at all. You shall mark Antony, he says. All right, Mark Antony, you can take the body of Caesar to the marketplace and you can be in the pulpit, that is, you can stand at the platform and address all the Romans like a friend of Caesar for his funeral. He gives him the permission immediately. Cassius, Brutus, a word with you. But Cassius is telling Brutus, I would like to talk to you. Aside to Brutus. He will call Brutus aside and he tells him, you know what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak in his funeral. Know you how much the people may be moved by that which he will utter? Now Brutus, he will call Brutus aside and he is warning him. Cassius is always dangerous and he can foresee what kind of situations will happen in future. So he is telling him, So know you how much the people may be moved if you allow Antony to speak in his funeral. Definitely he will change the mind of the people and they all will get changed if he utters some words. So don't give him any chance to address the people of Rome in his funeral. Brutus, by your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first and show the reason of our Caesar's death. What Antony shall speak, I will protest. He speaks by leave and by permission, and that we are contented. Caesar shall have all true rights and lawful ceremonies. It shall advantage more than do us wrong. Now, Brutus very clearly tells him, you need not worry, Cassius, because after I speak from that stage, then only Antony will come. By that time, I would have convinced all the people of Rome the reasons for the death of Caesar, and I also will tell the mob that we have given permission for Antony to speak about Caesar, and it will have true rights and lawful ceremonies for Caesar, and it shall be advantage for us. It will not have any kind of disadvantages, or no wrong things will happen from that. Cassius, I know not what may fall. I like it not. But Cassius says, no, 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 I don't know. Why I have a doubt. I don't like this idea at all. So he will express his doubt for this. Now, Brutus says, Mark Antony, here take you Caesar's body. You shall, uh, you shall not in funeral speech blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar, and say you do it by our permission. Else shall you not have any hand at all about his funeral, and you shall speak in the same pulpit whereto I am going after my speech is ended. Here you have to remember three main points which is said by Brutus to Antony. Rather, it is the conditions laid by Brutus to Antony. So what he says, he tells Mark Antony, you have to stand from the same platform where I speak all the audience first. After my speech ends only, you have to enter the same pulpit. From there only you should speak. In your speech, you shall not blame any of us. And then, if you want, you can say something good about Caesar, but you are not saying anything about anything about all of us. So these are the conditions laid by him. So the first condition, he says, Antony, first I will address the whole gathering. After my speech only you have to speak. And then you have to tell the mob that with our permission only you are speaking. And then you will not blame any of us for the death of Caesar. So if you follow all these conditions, you shall speak in the same pulpit where I am going to speak. And after my speech ends only, you should start. These are the conditions laid down by Brutus. Be it so, I do desire no more. So Antony says, let it be so, I don't desire for anything more. Brutus, prepare the body then and follow us. So Brutus orders him, all right, you prepare the body to take it to the marketplace, and then you come. Antony, exeunt all but Antony. So everybody will go away, only Antony remains there. Antony, oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth. So here he says, bleeding piece of earth. Here it is, this line, bleeding piece of earth. This refers to the dead body of Caesar. So, questions may be based on this. Bleeding, explain the term of bleeding piece of earth. So, that means bleeding piece of earth refers to the dead body of Caesar. And in front of that, Antony is lamenting or expressing his sorrow for the heartfelt sorrow for the death of Caesar. Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth. O body of Caesar, excuse me, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. See, I have become so very docile. I have become so very gentle. I have become so very weak in front of these butchers. He addressed all the conspirators as butchers. Butchers, you know, one who slaughter all the animals without any mercy or kindness. So he is comparing them to butchers, the conspirators. Who are the butchers? The conspirators are the butchers. Why are they called butchers? Because they have killed Julius Caesar in such a violent manner, shedding so much blood. So he says like that, thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of times. Oh, to the hand that shed this costly blood. So he is telling ruins of the noblest man. Here is the ruins of the noblest man that ever occurred in the tide of times, mean in the history of times. And oh, to the hand that shed this costly blood. These conspirators have shed this costly blood, the precious blood of Caesar, and curse will fall on them. Over the wounds now I do prophecy. Now he says he is taking the oath, he is predicting the future, how it will be in Rome. I prophesy over thy wounds now. Now I'm giving the prophecy now on the wounds of you, which like dumb mouths do ope their ruby lips. Now, they have stabbed him so many times. There are so many wounds on the body of Caesar, and each wound is looking like one dumb mouth with their red lips or ruby lips. It is called as ruby lips here. They are opening up their ruby lips to beg the voice and utterance of my tongue. It is appearing as if the wounds on your body, they are dumb, but they're opening their ruby lips. They're asking me to speak, to raise my voice against those conspirators, to speak and give out my tongue. That is my opinion. A curse shall light upon the limbs of man. Now, definitely, I tell you, certainly there will be a curse which falls on all these conspirators. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all the parts of Italy. There will be civil wars, domestic fury, anger spread throughout the Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use. There will be bloodshed, there will be destruction in the entire Italy, and dreadful objects so familiar. The mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered with the hands of war. The whole situation in Italy will become in such a way that there will be violence everywhere, there will be blood, destruction, and it will go to such a level that even when The infants of the mothers are cut into pieces. The children of the mothers are cut into pieces with the terrific weapons due to war. They will have smile on their faces because war and destructions becomes very casual in Italy. All pity choked with custom of fell deeds, and Caesar's spirit raging for revenge. Everywhere it will be filled with destructions only. Everything becomes scarce. People will be choked with pity, and then the spirit of Caesar will appear in Italy, ranging for revenge. The spirit of Caesar will appear in Italy, and the Caesar wants the revenge. With Atti by his side, come hot from hell. No, Ate, Atti, Ati it is pronounced, and in some pronunciation it is also called Ati. It is a Greek word. The Greek goddess of Greek will come down hot from hell, shall in these confines with a monarch's voice cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. You can just imagine when the goddess of Greek Ati comes from the hell, hot it is. Yeah, the goddess of Greek Ati, when she ascends from hot from hell, she is known for destruction, and she will destroy the whole Italy. Along with Caesar, she will come. Shall in these confines with a monarch's voice have woke and let slip the dogs of war. Now, monarch's voice here, it refers to the king of Rome, that is Julius Caesar, have cry havoc, and there will be let slip the dogs of war. Dogs of war will be let free to destroy Rome further. Now here dogs of war refers to all elements of destruction like famine, fire, etc., death, etc. That this is so foul deed shall smell above the earth, with carrion men groaning for burial. The whole situation in Rome will become such that there will be dead bodies spread everywhere, and they will not have the burial grounds also. They will be roaming with the dead bodies, groaning for burial. Such would become the situation. Here, dear students, let me tell you the what is the prophecy given by Julius Caesar looking at the dead body of what is the prophecy given by Mark Antony looking at the dead body of Julius Caesar? Now, these are the points which you can keep it in mind. Looking at the dead body of Julius Caesar, Mark Antony started crying. He was lamenting so much, and he gave the prophecy that since they have shed the costly blood, the most precious blood of Julius Caesar on this earth, there will be lot of destruction which is going to happen in Rome. Everywhere there will be bloodshed and destruction. The civil wars will broke out, and the most terrific weapons of war will be used so casually that when the children in front of their mothers are cut into pieces, there will be smile on the face of mothers, because the war has become so very casual for them. The whole situation has turned violent in Italy. Not only that, Ati, the Greek goddess known, see, who is symbolizing destruction, will come hot from hell. She will destroy the whole thing. The spirit of Caesar also will be there along with Ati. and the dogs of war will be let out. What is dogs of war? Dogs of war is nothing but the elements of destruction, that is fire and famine. These are the main things, and death. Everywhere there will be blood, there will be death, there will be destruction, famine, fire, etc. And that this foul deed shall smell above the earth. And it is such a kind of destruction which the people have never seen it before, with carrion men groaning for burial. Now, everywhere the people will be roaming with the dead bodies. They don't find the proper burial ground. They will be groaning because the dead bodies will increase so much that there won't be burial ground for the bodies. So such is the situation which is going to arise. Like that, Antony was thinking within himself, and he was telling to himself, enter a servant. Now there enters a servant. You serve Octavius Caesar, do you not? Now Mark Antony questioned him. You serve Octavius Caesar, isn't it? Servant, I do, Mark Antony. Servant says, yes, I am the servant of Mark Antony. Antony, Caesar did right for him to come to Rome. Has Caesar written to Octavius Caesar to come to Rome? Servant, he did receive his letters and is coming, and bid me say to you by word of mouth, O Caesar, seeing the body. Now, servant said, yes, a letter was written by Caesar. He asked Octavius Caesar to come to Rome. Uh, he bid me say to you, but before Octavius Caesar arrives, they order me to tell you. Like that, he was telling word of mouth. Then immediately he looked at the dead body. Oh, Caesar, seeing the body. He saw the body. Suddenly he was shocked. Antony, thy heart is big. Get thee apart and weep. Passion I see is catching for mine eyes, seeing those beads of sorrow stand in thine. Began to water, is thy master coming? Immediately that servant started crying. Now, how do we know? Beads of sorrow stand in thine, and I can see from mine eyes, it is given. Now he told that servant, your heart is big, you are so noble, your heart is very big. You are started crying, you started weeping for Julius Caesar. I could see those beads of sorrow standing in your eyes. Began to water, and now it is becoming water. Now he questioned him, go get thee apart. You can stand there, that side, and cry. Servant, he lies tonight within 7 leagues of Rome. Now the servant answered, yes, Octavius Caesar is coming here along with 7 leagues. Tonight he will be arriving. Antony, post back with speed and tell him what hath chanced. Here is a mourning Rome, a dangerous Rome, no Rome of safety for Octavius yet. Immediately, Antony sensed that if Octavius Caesar comes here, it will be very dangerous for him. So Antony sent word through the servant. He tells him, "Go with speed now. You have to tell how the situation in Rome is. Here is a mourning Rome, a dangerous Rome, and the Rome which is not safety for the arrival of Octavius. Hie hence and tell him so. Yet stay a while. Thou shalt not back till I have borne this cords into the marketplace." Now he requested him, "You stay back." And he told him, "You stay back for some time till I carry this body." Corpse here refers to corpse of Caesar, that is the dead body of Caesar, into the marketplace. There shall I try in my oration how the people take the cruel issue of these bloody men. According to the which thou shalt discourse to young Octavius of the state of things, lend me your hand. So he is ordering the servant. He did not request the servant, he ordered the servant, before you leave, stay with me for some time, help me to carry this dead body to the marketplace, and then you go and tell the situation to Octavius Caesar, and you tell him the state of things which are happening in Rome, exeunt with Caesar's body. So Antony will carry the dead body of Caesar with the help of that servant to the marketplace. So here we have completed. This completes Act 3, Scene 1 of Julius Caesar. In my next video, I will be uploading Act 3, Scene 2. Subscribe for more content.